Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
Gravity Falls fans now have a season's worth of new lore to dig into, thanks to the Book of Bill and thisisnotawebsite.com. The new Gravity Falls website tied to the Book of Bill, which has been fixed by Seuss and is finally working in its intended state, unleashing an ARG that's ensnared Gravity Falls fans all over the world in absolute madness. This website is nuts, giving us the promised lost files, which are a mix of what seems like bonus pages from the Book of Bill, a ton of goofs like the full version of Dipper Seeking Disco Girl, and cameos from legends such as Matt Pat, Charlie Day, and Weird Al Yankovic.
Hello, Internet! This time, you're on your own. But, hold on, if I'm here, then does that canonically make me a character in the Gravity Falls universe? No, and I'm wearing yellow! Oh god, what is going on right now? Am I a part of the show?
We still have a lot to unpack from this book and now this website, but what I've been itching to talk about above all else is the revelation of Bill Cipher's parents, Euclid and Scalene Cipher, the two most important people in Bill's life, whose memory now haunts him as he's forced to atone for the blood on his hands in the Theraprism. I'm gonna give you the 411 on everything you need to know about his parents, his relationship with them, and their untimely demise at their son's hands. And before we dive in, if you end up enjoying this video, then please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more Gravity Falls content, alongside videos on other shows like The Fairly Odd Parents, Steven Universe, and really most story-heavy cartoons that I enjoy. We got a lot in the pipeline for ya, and I'm excited for you guys to see all of it. With all that said, let's dive in. So the story of Bill's parents isn't just something that Alex Hirsch cooked up for the book. He actually first teased Cipher's relationship with his parents nearly a decade ago at New York Comic-Con 2015, during the final Gravity Falls panel prior to the show's ending, promoting the jaw-dropping episode Dipper and Mabel vs. the Future. Oh god, I'm old now! Towards the end of the panel during Q&A, a fan asked Hirsch if Bill had a brother, which I imagine had to deal with the old Tad Strange theory, that Tad Strange was another dream demon related to Bill after Cecil Baldwin added the role to his resume, and Bill caught the character at Square in a legendary AMA. I'm getting off track, the memories are just flooding in. Anyways, when asked if Bill had a brother, Hirsch had this to say.
Let me put it this way. If you think Uncle Stan's relationship with his family is bad, it's worse. That's all I can say about that.
Coupled with Bill claiming that he doesn't have a family anymore in the Reddit AMA, there's some pretty obvious implications that Bill Cipher murdered his family for reasons unknown, something that was confirmed in the series finale, Weirdmageddon 3 Take Back the Falls, when Bill reveals to the audience that he destroyed his home, the second dimension, now known as Euclidia. Feeling as if his dimension was limited by their literal perspective, bound by rules that only held them all back, Cipher's solution was setting it all ablaze. We don't get any further elaboration on this in the show itself, but Journal 3 did give us a bit more insight, as Jesselbrom, aka the Oracle, stated that Bill's thirst for power caused him to destroy his home dimension, including his parents and everyone else he'd ever known. And if you don't know who the Oracle is, read Journal 3, or check out my video about Forge 30 Years in the Nightmare Realm. Now, that's all we really knew about Bill's homeworld until the release of the Book of Bill, which gave us a lot more perspective on Bill's upbringing and the nightmarish Euclidean massacre. Now, I want this video to focus mainly on Bill's parents. We'll save major details on the Euclidean massacre, as it'll be its own video coming out later this week. But the most important thing to know is, Bill was born with a rare mutation, which is implied to be his eye, and this mutation enabled him to see the third dimension. If you head to thisisnotawebsite.com and enter Just Fit In on the terminal, you'll get a video of an old school commercial for the board game, Perfection, where you push down different shaped pieces into their corresponding holes before time runs out. Notably, this ad features a happy family playing the game at the table. I think everything about this embodies Bill's life in Euclidia. Bill describes it as everyone chaotically bumping into each other, as there's no up and presumably no down. So it would kinda just look like a bunch of shapes lined up in a row, like perfection. But the happy family? That definitely feels as if it's meant to represent the Ciphers, how they were all happy together. And because of Bill's actions, that image of a happy family is something he longs for, but will never have again. I guess that's why he really headed out for the pines. The website's archive of this old commercial is actually edited and quickly flashes a hexahue cipher, aka a color cipher, which when decoded gives us a bedtime lullaby, presumably sung by Bill's mom. Rock-a-bye Billy, please don't you cry. It's not your fault you have that strange eye. Stay safe with mommy, you'll never fall, and we'll always love you, sharp edges and all. Thank you. I might play a coffee shop soon. Contrary to his claims in the book that he was beloved and celebrated by all on Euclidia, this lullaby implies that Bill might have actually been picked on by all the other shapes for his one eye. Or maybe there's something about his eye that sticks out like a sore thumb from everyone else's one eye. It's not really clear. This should ring a bell though, as getting picked on for a genetic mutation is the exact kind of thing that Ford went through in his childhood, which adds a new layer to why Bill was so drawn to him. He saw himself in Ford as they both shared a curiosity for their worlds and both had physical attributes that made them feel isolated from their peers. They were kindred spirits, and they both found comfort in their families. Ford getting reassurance from Stanley, and Bill getting reassurance from his mother, Scalene. We'll get into where their names come from in a sec, don't you worry. Bill's parents truly loved their son unconditionally, which makes their untimely demise at his hands all the more tragic. This is where thisisnotawebsite.com comes in to really wreck our emotions with a slew of heartbreaking Easter eggs and revelations. Not too long ago, when the site was hidden behind Seuss and a countdown, a message was hidden in plain sight, as the paper background featured 2 coffee stains that actually had Morse code. Yeah, everything's a clue. You gotta be a crazy motherfucker to be a Gravity Falls fan. Salute to everyone who decoded these while I was on Fairly Odd duty. The coffee stain's hidden message reads, "His dimension now deceased. Scalene and Euclid, rest in peace." I already gave it away, but these are the names of Bill's parents. Scalene, the mom, and Euclid, the dad. Typing their names into the terminal will give you life forms not found, just to rub some extra salt in the wound. Now, Euclid sharing his name with their dimension and race of people makes me wonder if that was just a common name in their homeworld, or if the Cipher family was actually royalty, with Bill's dad sharing the esteemed name. Kinda like how in Dragon Ball, Vegeta's dad is named King Vegeta, ruler of the planet Vegeta, and apparently our Vegeta is Vegeta the 4th. Bro's entire lineage is named after a seasoning. But if this is the case, then maybe Bill wasn't totally lying about being celebrated on his homeworld, born into praise and adoration because he was royalty, which would make the fact that he destroyed their entire civilization even darker in my opinion. Speaking of dark, typing Valles Cineris into the terminal, which is Latin for Valley of Ashes, produces a creepy video of baby Bill being held by Scalene and Euclid, though the bodies of the 2 parents are silhouetted out, replaced with static. All the while, a creepy robotic voice repeats,
Why did you do it?
reinforcing Bill's guilt for slaughtering his people and especially his family, something that was evidently an avoidable tragedy. Baby Bill is wearing a colorful propeller hat and a blue tie, which is worth pointing out as Euclid's top hat is identical to adult Bill's, probably because it might be his. That's right, it's now believed to be a momentum of his dead father, and for all we know, his black bow tie might have been inherited from his mom. Now, I've seen some speculation that a Euclidean's hat might just be a part of their anatomy, and Bill's headwear naturally evolved from a propeller to a top hat, since we see its fleshy insides in Wyrmageddon Part 1. But you have to remember that by that point, Bill Cipher's body transcended the mindscape. He manifested a physical form as he entered our reality. We literally saw his body grow a layer of flesh. So I'm in the camp of people who believe that the top hat only became a part of his body after Wyrmageddon started, and that the hat did originally belong to Euclid. Finally, if you type well-being into the terminal, you'll get blurbs from Bill's Theraprism file. You know, the purgatory rehab facility the Axolotl has him currently locked up in until he confronts his issues and betters himself. Yeah, good luck with that. One of these blurbs reads, Art Therapy Notes. All he draws are red and blue triangles. Red and blue presumably being the colors of Scalene and Euclid, although it's left up to the imagination who is what color. But it does make me wonder if that's why Bill turns red whenever he gets angry or before it transforms into his monstrous pyramid form. It's something genetic that he picked up from his folks. Drawing red and blue triangles over and over reaffirms that Bill is messed up over killing his parents. They're constantly on his mind, and he knows he can't do anything to bring them back. There's actually a part in the book of Bill where we learn that Bill got blasted after his falling out with Ford. He didn't handle it as well as the last maple corn would lead you to believe. And while he was intoxicated, he started crying out for Scalene, desperately trying to find his mom, exclaiming that he'll be home from school soon. Sadly, instead of finding his mom, all Bill finds is himself in intergalactic police custody. He's been racked with the guilt of killing his parents for billions of years, but desperately tried to run from his feelings, throwing himself into plans for world domination and reducing another planet to ashes. But that very destructive coping mechanism blew up in his face big time with a classic Stanley Pines right hook. Reality quite literally hit him in the face, and now there's no more running, no more tricks, no more deals. If he wants to reincarnate, he has to confront what he's done, something he may never be able to do. And there you have it, everything we know about Bill's parents, Scalene and Euclid Cipher. All of this seems like it could be teasing another Gravity Falls project, so maybe if we get another book or even animated content, we'll get a proper look at them. But for now, I want to know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and keep the conversation going over on Twitter and Instagram at AwestruckVox and at Roundtable Vids. Shout out to HATSOFFMEDIA for cooking up an amazing thumbnail. Go check out his video so he can make his cartoon screen time. And if you enjoyed this video, please sort of like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great Gravity Falls content. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Peace!